Prescott Badger football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Olson's for healthy animals, where good enough just isn't. Line Brothers with premier window treatments in northern Arizona. Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road, so much more than a hardware store. The Prescott Unified School District, the Badgers' biggest fans, every child, every day. Prescott Badger football is also brought to you by Exceptional Community Hospital, Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital and 24/7 emergency services. Yavapai Exceptional Industries, serving adults with disabilities since 1974. And now with the call of tonight's game, here's John Rust.
It's good to be home. After 2 weeks on the road, Prescott is back at Bill Shepherd Field, but this time on a Thursday night. They face a Flagstaff team trying to overcome the loss of their quarterback. Prescott, meanwhile, is trying to overcome their struggles of the past 2 weeks and finally get back in the win column. Who will emerge triumphant? We'll find out soon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bill Shepherd Field here on the campus of Prescott High School. John Rust, Kelly Court is with you, getting you set for tonight's action. Yes, it's Thursday Night Lights because of lack of officials able to cover all the games. We had to, or actually not we, as in here at KYCA, we got no control over these things. AIA and the Prescott and Flagstaff had to switch tonight's game from Friday to Thursday night. So that's why we're coming to you a day earlier. So tonight, again, it's Prescott versus Flagstaff. And, Kelly, last week, Prescott was Prescott was really in the injury boat as they had both their top running backs out. They also had Menno Dow out. But meanwhile, it's Flagstaff who've really been bit by the injury bug. They already lost their number one quarterback, Chase Brown, to an ACL injury. Their number two quarterback, A.J. Valdez, he's out tonight. Apparently he has some shoulder injuries. So tonight, Flagstaff down to their third string quarterback, and that is Broden Custer, going to be calling the signals tonight.
And Broden Custer for the year, he's only a sophomore, by the way. On the year, he has just 8 completions in 18 attempts, which is a 44% completion average. So, and we know that Flagstaff has gained most of their yardage throughout the year through the air and not on the ground. So it'll be an interesting offensive display that the Eagles show for us tonight.
Well, not only do they have their first two quarterbacks out, but also Tayon Cleary, their sophomore running back, he is out tonight as well. And Kelly, this is a guy who's rushed for almost 400 yards this season, and he has about nearly 200 receiving yards as well. So those are two pretty big blows to Flagstaff's offense tonight.
Yes, I mean, they are definitely short-handed. And as far as receiving yards, their next person that has received a total of 190 yards reception-wise throughout the year is their number 22, Jace Adams. So, again, it'll be interesting to see what kind of offense the Eagles are able to generate tonight.
Meanwhile, Prescott is actually in pretty good shape. A lot of their guys who were out last week, they are back. Jacob Chamberlain, who had an ankle issue last week, he's dressed out tonight. Menno Dow is back. Their kicker, Brady Costas, is back. So Prescott definitely in a lot better shape, and Prescott definitely in need of a win after 2 pretty harsh losses on the road at Mojave and at Coconino.
Well, fortunately, hopefully the Badgers can get a win tonight against the 1-5 Eagles. The Eagles did win against Tempe earlier in the year, and that's their only victory so far. So the Eagles are right now. Actually, I'm mistaken. They're actually 1-6 overall, and their region record is 0-3.
And then you look at their last 3 games, Kelly. Flagstaff has scored a grand total of 13 points in their last 3 games. Shut out by Lee Williams, only 6 points against Bradshaw Mountain, and last week versus Mojave, just 7 points.
Yeah, it's you kind of have to feel for the Eagles and especially their coaching staff, especially with them being shorthanded tonight. And hopefully the Badgers can get back on the win column tonight and use this game as a motivation for their last 2 games, because their last 2 games are against good teams. Go to Yonker next week, and then at home the very last game of the season in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight.
2 weeks from tonight, yeah. That's another Thursday game we got.
That's another Thursday game, and they've chosen to go on Thursday because this year Halloween falls on Friday, and the Bears are down at Buckeye tonight.
Tomorrow. No, actually, they're at home. They're home against.
Oh,
Buckeye
that's right.
tomorrow.
I'm sorry. They're at home tonight.
Tomorrow.
What am I thinking? Tomorrow. I keep thinking today is Friday.
I know.
And of course, the big game in the region this weekend is also tomorrow night. Coconino at Lee Williams.
All right, well, we're going to take a break here on our pregame show. When we come back after our commercial break, we're going to have our pregame interview. Tonight we're going to be talking to defensive end Rutger Funk. He's going to give us his thoughts on tonight's game. So that'll be coming up after this break. And we will take a break here, and we'll be back with more right after this. Bringing down the funk tonight here on the pregame show is joining me is defensive end Rutger Funk. Rutger, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing okay. And Rutger, tonight, well, it's a Thursday night game. You got Flagstaff. So just tell us, what are going to be some of the keys to beating the Eagles here tonight?
Once we own on the offensive line and in the trenches there, I think from there, we'll have it in the bag and just have to go from there.
And what are some of the strengths that Flagstaff's going to bring to the table here tonight?
Their run's pretty strong, and we have to worry about a little bit about their pass game, but besides that, it's going to be good.
And, of course, last week was a pretty rough one up at the Dome for you guys against Coconino. So what were some of the lessons you learned there, getting ready to apply them to tonight?
Just got to bring it from the first quarter all the way to 4 and not from the second half on.
All right. Well, Rutger, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the pregame show. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, sir.
It's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
And back here at Bill Shepherd Field, John Russ, Kelly Court is with you as the Pride of Prescott Marching Band wraps up the national anthem. And we are getting closer and closer to kickoff between Prescott and Flagstaff. And what kind of weather are we going to have for tonight's Thursday night football game? Well, kind of a boring forecast for this game. We've got clear skies and a gentle breeze here in Prescott. And the current temperature right now is 54 degrees. By the end of the game, the temperature should probably be somewhere around 50 degrees. So, Kelly, pretty much perfect conditions here tonight at Bill Shepherd Field. Not too hot, not too cold, and very little breeze.
Perfect for football. Great football weather. I'm looking at the flags on top of the goalposts, and I hardly see them moving. So there's hardly any breeze right now.
Yeah. And Kelly, well, as you mentioned before, tomorrow over in Prescott Valley, we're going to have Bradshaw Mountain and Buckeye. And again, since we're doing this on a Thursday night, I'll probably be over at Bradshaw tomorrow and watching this game. And I'm sure some of the Prescott coaching staff will be over at Bradshaw Mountain too, doing a little advanced scouting before the big rivalry tussle in a couple of weeks.
Well, you know, the real reason that this game was moved to Thursday was so that I could watch Nebraska play Minnesota tomorrow night.
Yeah. That I know you. I know you called up Missy Townsend personally and said, Missy, Nebraska's playing on Friday. I can't come out here on Friday. You got to move this game to Thursday. And I mean, I'm Kelly Cordes, so I mean that name carries weight.
Of Of course, I hope the listeners out there just know that I'm joking.
I wish I had your clout, Kelly, because I seriously doubt I can call up Missy and go, hey, Missy, Iron Maiden is coming to town, but their concert's on a Friday. Can you change the football game to Thursday? Hello? Hello? Oh, man. Well, the real fun is about to begin soon. Prescott is about to run through their blow-up tunnel here. And here they are heading out onto the field, carrying the Badger flag, the Arizona flag, and the U.S. flag. Badgers in the blue jerseys. They have pink numbers on tonight. In fact, the student section, they're decked out in pink. Of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So they are out here supporting and remembering those who have had to deal with breast cancer, people like my mother, and also those who we lost to breast cancer. So it looks like the captains are about ready to line up here. And while we have this time, well, good time for the song dedication for tonight's game. And the one I'm going with is Ravenous by my favorite Swedish death metal band, Arch Enemy. Because in tonight's game, the Badgers can't afford to settle for one good half or one good quarter. They can't afford to get complacent at any point in this game. They have to be hungry and stay hungry all night long to come away with the win. And Kelly, I think that's going to be one of the big things for this game. Last week I said the Badgers need to start strong. Well, Kelly, I'm going to revise that. They need to start strong, but they need to stay strong the entire game.
You're right. Again, just a really good game for the Badgers to put some things in the good execution column. And we know the last several weeks the Badgers have had trouble running the football. And we've talked about that quite a bit on the air. And the Badgers should have no problems running the football against a depleted Flagstaff Eagle team.
Well, one would hope. And also, folks, by the way, we're in week 7 now of the football season, and finally, the PowerPoint rankings have come out. And on the 4A conference, Prescott, unfortunately, down at number 32. Flagstaff even further down the list at number 41. Bradshaw Mountain, however, they come in at number 3 in the state PowerPoint rankings. And how about this, a little bit surprising, Kelly, with Mojave, the team Prescott played a couple weeks ago, they're actually at number 4 in the PowerPoint rankings.
Yeah, again, everything is based on you get a certain number of points against teams who do very well. Mm-hmm. So if on your schedule you have a bunch of teams that you either lose to or you beat, or a combination of both, you're going to get quite a few power points because of the good records of the teams that you've played already on the schedule. And obviously that's the case with Mojave.
And here's the other one that's probably surprising, Kelly. Thunderbird and Northwest Christian, who started out as 2 of the top teams in the 4A conference at the beginning of the season. Well, Thunderbird, even though they're 6-2, they're number 21. Northwest Christian, they're down at number 27.
Absolutely amazing. Also, Coconino is number 13, the team the Badgers played last week, and Lee Williams is number 16. Remember now, the top 24 teams go into the state playoffs with the top 8 teams getting a bye.
Yeah, so basically they're kind of making a lot of the playoff systems unified here throughout all the fall sports. As there is the kick to start things off, and Prescott will return it. Looks like that's Kingston Douthit with the ball. He makes a cut. He's got a gap. Douthit at the 30. Douthit at the 40. Douthit making a turn, and Douthit dropped just before midfield. Number 34 for Flagstaff, Ronald Radio Shack in on the tackle.
Really a good run by number 23, Kingston Douthit. He caught the ball right at about his own 2-yard line, advanced the ball all the way out to the Badger 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Badgers.
Gio Puglisi from the gun, calling the plays. Puglisi with 3 touchdown throws last week versus Coconino, all of them to Kenny Miller-Terry. Actually, no, that's Max Heffron handing off the ball. And Heffron hands it off to Jacob Chamberlain. Good to see him back in action, and Chamberlain does get into flag territory.
Gain of 4. Ball is in flag territory, as John just mentioned. Ball is at the Flagstaff Eagle 48-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down 6.
So Heffron getting the start of QB in this one. 2 receivers out to either side for Prescott. Heffron drops back, makes the throw to Kenny Miller-Terry, and we're going to get our first flag of the game. That's going to be pass interference against number 9 for Flagstaff, Nick Schauschaw.
Right as the ball was about to get to Kenny Miller-Terry, Noah Schauschaw had his arm. In fact, if he doesn't have his arm, Miller-Terry might probably ends up catching the ball and going the distance.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty. So the Badgers now have it at the Flagstaff Eagle 33.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt about that one on the call. And it's second play of the game, and already a flag. 2 receivers out to the near side. Badgers moving left to right across your radio dial or your screen, depending on how you're following it. Heffron hands it off to Kenny Miller-Terry, and he makes a turn, gets a good block there. Kenny Miller-Terry still on his feet, breaks off a couple of tackles. KMT at the 10, and KMT into the end zone for a touchdown.
Got the handoff, went around left end.
No, Kelly. Oh, we got a flag on the play.
Oh, we got a penalty. Here we thought we were going to have a 33-yard touchdown run, but we've got a holding call against the Badgers here. Of course, it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's going to bring the ball back to right at the Eagle 35-yard line, where it's going to bring up first down again, but this time it's going to be 1st and 12.
So that first flag benefits KMT and the Badgers, but that second flag, well, goes against Miller-Terry and Prescott. 11:04 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Badgers 1st and 12 from the flag 35. Receivers to either side. Heffron, he's going to hand it off to Chambo. He finds a big gap. He gets to the 30. Chamberlain at the 20. Spins off a tackle. He fumbles the ball. And the ball's still loose. And I think, did flag recover? They did. And Chamberlain, just bouncing off a couple of tackles, kind of stumbled at the 15, and the ball just popped out of his hands.
I do think one of the Eagles got their hand, and he kind of stripped the ball as he was trying to tackle Kenny Miller-Terry. No, Chamberlain, excuse me. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Flagstaff at their own 12-yard line.
Well, what looked like was a good drive for Prescott ends on a turnover. And now flag in action. Custer handing it off to one of his running backs. And that is number 5, Aiden Garcia. And Garcia only gets about a yard there, Kelly.
Yeah. Ball right on the 12-yard line, the Eagles' 12-yard line, 2nd down and 9.
Broden Custer, third-string quarterback, getting the start for flag tonight. There's the handoff run going up the middle. The Badgers just pile on the running back. And again, it's Aiden Garcia, and he's still able to get a couple of yards there before the Badgers just absolutely stuffed him into the ground.
Going to be 3rd down and 7. The ball sitting at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
10 minutes and counting to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless between Prescott and Flag. Custer. He's going to run the ball himself. Makes the turn, and he's run out of bounds. A trio of Badgers were on Custer's 6.
Going to bring up 4th down. He was able to break containment, the quarterback, Broden Custer. But it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. The ball sitting right on the Eagle 20-yard line.
So a good defensive stand here by the Badgers as Kenny Miller-Terry will stand at the Prescott 45, getting ready to receive the punt. Low snap. punt is off by Castorita. And that one is going to roll past the 40-yard line and to about the 38-yard line.
Wasn't that great a punt, but when a ball hit the turf, it continued to roll about another 10 yards. And it ended up not being a very bad punt at all. So the Badgers will take over at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Again, James Heffron getting the start at QB tonight, the sophomore. 233 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions this season. 2 receivers out to the far side for the Badgers. Heffron, short throw, caught by KMT. He makes a turn down the far sidelines. He gets a first down and then gets double teamed. Kenny Military holding on the ball now. About 4, 5, 6 Eagles fall on Kenny Military, but it's still going to be a first down.
Yeah, and the Eagles, I think, drug Kenny about 3 or 4 yards back. So that's where the ball's going to be placed, where he was finally tackled. 1st and 10 Badgers at the Eagle 46.
Heffron hands that ball off. Looks like it's Chamberlain. Chamberlain barreling his way through the Flagstaff defense. Finally taken down. Number 19, Jason Laughing. He gets the finishing tackle there on Shambo, who picks up about 5 yards.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. The ball now at the Eagle 41.
Good to have Chamberlain back in the lineup here tonight. Chamberlain, 833 rushing yards to start tonight. And again, Chamberlain with the ball. He finds a huge gap, and he dives forward for the first down. And a great job by the Badger offensive line, who actually are missing Bo Bryce tonight. Bryce, unfortunately, sick. He's probably at home, either listening to us or watching our stream here. So get well soon, Bo.
1st and 10 Badgers. The running game so far is looking good.
8:20 left to go here in quarter number 1. We are scoreless. Heffron. And again, hands off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain finds a nice little gap, dives forward, and he gets maybe about 6 yards or so there.
We're going to call it 5 yards. The ball is right now 2nd and 5. The ball sitting at the Eagle 29.
So it looks like that bum ankle is doing rather well for Josh Chamberlain. Ankle injury kept him out of the game last week against Coconino. 2 receivers to either side for the Badgers. Heffron, he's going to throw to the near side of Kenny Military. He makes the leaping catch, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And Kelly, that one flag defender, was all over KMT, and he still caught the ball and got the TD.
He jumped up and caught the ball over the defender's head. It was really a well-thrown ball by the Badger quarterback, James Heffron, and the Badgers are on the board.
And Brady Costas returns to his kicking position. He was out last week for Prescott. Costas, who's had a great season kicking the ball for the Badgers. Kingston Douthit actually filled in admirably for him last week against Coconino. Costas with the kick. And as usual for Brady Costas, it's good. So 7:33 left to go here in the first quarter, and the Badgers strike first. James Heffron to Kenny Military, and it's 7-0 Prescott over Flag. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
Prescott True Value Hardware, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Hi, I'm Suzanne Springer. There's a reason we have this slogan, because it's true. Over the years, Prescott True Value has become so much more than just a great hardware store with full-service hardware, paint, tools, outdoor living, barbecues, and don't forget the kitchen shop. We are committed to making sure you find what you want and know what to do with it. We're living the slogan here at Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Go Badgers!
Badgers on the board here in quarter number 1. Heffron to KMT for a 29-yard touchdown pass. And it's 7-0 Prescott. And here comes Flagstaff on the kick return, going up to the far side. And it looks like that is number...
Tackle by Drew Roberts on the kickoff.
It might have been number
I'm
5.
thinking. Yeah, I thought I saw an 8. Of course, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Mark that at the 26-yard line.
That would have been number 8, Eli McHood, if it was number 8, which I think it was.
Yeah, sometimes kind of hard to get those numbers, especially on the far side of the field.
The Eagles do start at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Custer under center, and he hands off the ball to one of his running backs, goes up the middle, and going to be a pretty good pickup there by Aiden Garcia. Gets about 4 or 5 yards on that one. Actually, I'm going to say 5 yards.
So far, he's their main running back. He did pick up 5 yards. Now the ball is out at the Eagle 31-yard line.
Aiden Garcia began the night with 140 rushing yards for the Eagles. As Flag will try to respond to the Prescott touchdown. Run again up the middle, and it comes up short for Flagstaff. This time it's number 14, Will Carpenter, who carried the ball, but Gunnar Parra stopped him in his tracks after a pickup of about 1.
Yeah, the Eagles tried to run a sweep around left end, and the Badger pursuit was right there to stop the running game on that play. So no gain. It's going to be actually 3rd and about 6.
Again, Custer under center. He drops back. He finds a wide open number 0, Zeke Jim. Jim stiff arms one Badger to foul. We're going to get a flag on the play, it looks like.
Yeah, actually, I think number 23 for the Badgers accidentally, Kingston Douthit grabbed the face mask. So I think we're going to have a face mask penalty that will be 15 yards in addition to the pass play, and that's exactly what it is. So this will bring the ball into Badger territory. Going to be 1st and 10 Eagles at the Badger 43-yard line.
By the way, folks, game note here, no Lou Benetone on the broadcast tonight. Coach Benetone is actually up on the roof tonight. He's being an assistant coach for Prescott, helping out Cody Collette with the calls of the game. Again, Custer under center. He drops back, throws down the middle, and an interception by Kenny Miller-Terry. KMT turning at the 35, turning on the Jets. He's at the 45, down the far side of the 50, now down the sidelines at the 40, makes another turn, and KMT brought down at the 29-yard line. An incredible interception by KMT.
Yeah, kind of being a free safety, and he really read that pass well, intercepted the ball at about the 20-yard line, and he runs it all the way back to the Eagle 29-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10, Badgers.
Second interception of the season for Kenny Miller-Terry.
That's about a 51-yard interception return.
And that puts the Badgers in great field position for this drive. As going up the middle, it's Caleb Fox, the ball carrier, and Fox gets about 2 or 3 yards on that one.
We're going to call it 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. The ball sitting at the Eagle 27.
Two receivers out to the far side for Prescott. Looks like Fox is standing next to Heffron. And again, it's Fox, the ball carrier. He finds a little bit of a gap. Then he's sandwiched between a couple of Flagstaff defenders. Gain of maybe about 2 or 3 on that one by Caleb Fox.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6, the ball at the Eagle 26-yard line. 3rd down.
And now Jacob Chamberlain is going to stand to the left of Heffron. 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. Badgers up 7-0. There's the give, and Chamberlain finds a huge hole. Chamberlain breaks off one tackle, puts his head down, and finally hauled to the ground at the 8-yard line. And a huge pickup there by Chambo.
Yeah, going to be about a 15-yard gain. Ball being placed just inside the 10-yard line at the Eagle 9, where it's going to be 1st and goal Badgers.
So Chamberlain comes through big time. As I said, Chamberlain, he had 833 rushing yards to start the night, so he's in line for 1,000 on the season. Heffron steps back, throws, caught by Eli Allen, and Allen taken down by the ankles by number 18 of Flagstaff, Jacoby B. Goody.
Pass complete to Eli Allen.
Only threw the ball out to number 84 for the Badgers, Eli Allen. Only picked up about a yard. Ball is at the Eagle 8-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and goal.
So the Badgers using the tight end in that role. Now Kenny Miller-Terry, he's going to stand on the near side. Heffron, the throw to KMT, and he tried to get it one-handed, and that ball just sailed over his fingertips. Incomplete pass by Heffron.
Yeah, the pass was a little high. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
Heck of a game last week against Coconino by Kenny Miller-Terry. 225 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns.
We mentioned it last week, John. We think that Kenny Miller-Terry can play at the next level somewhere.
And KMT in motion, but they give the ball to Chamberlain. Chamberlain puts his head down, and he gets past the 5-yard line and stopped at around the 3. And this is going to bring up 4th down. So
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Badgers go ahead and go for this on 4th down rather than kick a field goal. That's coaching staff is trying to decide what to do right now. Let's see what they go ahead and do here.
While we're waiting for that, Prescott Badger football sponsored in part by Yavapai Exceptional Industries, a charitable organization serving adults with disabilities since 1974. As expected. Oh, now we're going to get a timeout here, it looks like. Prescott going to call a timeout. So while we have this timeout, also want to remind you that Blind Brothers of Arizona and Badger sponsor Steve Blair, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979, is another proud Badger sponsor. And, well, Thursday night football for both Prescott and, of course, for the NFL. And if you want to do a little channel switching here, or maybe set up 2 computers or 2 radios and listen to them at the same time, well, over on our sports station, the Team 1450 AM, KNOT, we have the Steelers and the Bengals going at it tonight. And don't forget, we also have ASU football Saturday on the Team 1450 AM, starting at high noon. ASU versus Texas Tech.
Ranked number 7 right now. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think ASU's going to win tomorrow.
Saturday,
I mean.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We're so used to doing this on a Friday. Phillips in motion. Heffron rolls out to his left, makes the throw, and a diving catch for a touchdown. And it's Nick Phillips who gets the ball.
He was wide open out in the flat, running across behind the line of scrimmage, ended up in the end zone and caught a good pass from the Badger quarterback, James Heffron.
Second touchdown catch of the year for the junior Nick Phillips. Just kind of bent down and hauled in that ball as he had a couple of Eagles around him. But 13-0 Badgers pending the extra point. Overton with the hold, Costas with the kick, and the kick is no good.
Yeah, it was wide left. Just went outside the goalpost.
One of those rare times Brady Costas misses the extra point. Still, Prescott 13, Flagstaff nothing. 2:33 left to go in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Prescott football. We will be back right after this.
At Yavapai Exceptional Industries, we're constantly improving.
Flagstaff. And it looks like, again, that is Eli McHood. And McHood Runs into a wall of blue and pink there. Stopped at around the 20-yard line. By the way, folks, we got an update for you from Mojave High School, where we were at a couple weeks ago. Prescott flag football team, a 24-0 victory over the Lady Thunderbirds. The Blue Bandit Maggie Manili, 2 touchdown catches, also returned a punt for a touchdown.
They're having a very good year.
And there's the pitch to Garcia. Garcia going up the far side. He's got a little bit of room, but Kenny Miller-Terry runs him out of bounds.
Just a good end sweep around the right side. A couple good blocks thrown by the Eagle lineman. Going to be a first down for the Eagles. Ball sitting at their own 31-yard line.
And again, Broden Custer operating from the gun. And he will hand this one off. Looks like to Garcia, and Garcia barely gets any kind of forward progress. Badgers, good job rushing him. Looks like that is Gunnar Paro, one of the guys in on the tackle, along with number 54 for Prescott, Dylan Barker.
Those two guys just caved in the left side of the Eagle offensive line and made the stop. Actually, the stop results in a 1-yard loss, so it's second down and 11.
Custer gets the snap. Going to throw it to the far side, and it's caught by Jace Adams. Adams down the far sidelines and then shoved out of bounds before he can get a first down.
Going to pick up about 9 yards. It's going to be third and about pickup of 8 yards. Going to be third and about 3. Again, one of the things that the Badgers have been vulnerable are passes out into the flat where wide receivers and backs coming out of the backfield are open.
2 receivers out to the near side for the Eagles. And we got whistles on the play just as the snap goes off. Probably going to be false start or offsides, I would imagine.
Going to be offside, I think, on the Badgers.
Yep, offside against the Badgers.
That's going to give the Eagles a first down. The ball is advanced up to the Eagle 43-yard line.
1:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Badgers up 13-zip. There's the give to Aiden. Aiden Garcia finds a nice little hole, gets up to the 50-yard line before he's finally stopped by Kingston Douthit.
Good fake by the quarterback for the Eagles.
Going to be a pickup of about 8 there by Aiden Garcia. 2nd and 2 at the Badger 49-yard line, coming down to the final 40 seconds of the first quarter. Give again to Garcia. He goes up to the right side. He plows his way up to the 45-yard line, and that's going to give Flagstaff another first down.
Flagstaff is lining up 2 running backs in the backfield, and some pretty good fakes by the Flagstaff quarterback, Broden Custer. Fakes to one back, then hands off to the other back. And right now, the Eagles are in Badger territory right at the 45-yard line.
Pitch to Garcia. He bobbles the ball, and it's picked up by the Badgers. Oh, no, actually it looks like they're going to say the Badger who caught it, I think it was number 72, Drew Roberts. Looked like he caught the ball as it popped up in the air, but then dropped it on his way down.
It was a forward pitch out in the backfield. The running back didn't handle the ball very well, and so because it was a forward pitch, it's going to be an incomplete pass. So it's going to bring up second down and 10. Again, the Eagles at the Badger 45.
Garcia has the ball again, goes up to the far side, and gets up to about the 40-yard line as the clock hits 0. And that's all she wrote for the first quarter of play. Our score here at Bill Shepherd Field, Prescott 13 and Flagstaff nothing. Let's take a break here on our broadcast of Badger football. We'll be back with more from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
Exceptional Community Hospital Prescott is now open. Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital provides 24/7 emergency care, featuring private, spacious inpatient rooms and on-site radiology, lab, and pharmacy services. We accept all insurance plans and honor in-network benefits for emergency care. With minimal to no ER wait times, you can trust us to deliver the exceptional care you deserve. Exceptional Community Hospital Prescott is located at 4822 State Highway 69. Learn more at www.ehc24.com.
And welcome back to Bill Shepherd Field. John Russ Kelly Court is with you, 13-0. Badgers on top as we start the second quarter. By the way, American League Championship Series going on right now. It is Toronto 5 and Seattle 1.
Maybe this is one of these series where the away team always wins.
And also they're going into the bottom of the sixth inning in that one. Up! Badgers jumped off sides there.
Offside, Prescott, obviously the quarterback for the Eagles. Again, Broden Custer might have changed his cadence a little bit, causing a couple Badgers to come across the line of scrimmage. So it's going to result in a first down for Flagstaff at the Badger 34.
Custer from the gun. Garcia standing next to him, and he'll hand the ball off to Garcia. He goes right up the middle, finds a really good gap there, gets up to about the 31-yard line. Great job by the Flagstaff offensive line, clearing a nice little path there for Garcia, who picks up about 8 yards.
Garcia really running the ball well right now. Badgers are going to have to tighten their defense against the Flagstaff running game. Second down and 2.
Two receivers out to the far side for the Flagstaff Eagles as Garcia gets the ball again and again finds a nice little gap. The Badgers shove him forward to the 30-yard line, and forward progress gets Garcia and the Eagles a first down.
Going to be first down Flagstaff. The ball at the Badger 23-yard line. They're giving the ball to Garcia just about every time, John.
And they give it to him again, and Garcia has some nice running room up to the far side, makes the cut, dives forward, and he gets the first down as the Badgers stop him right around the 13-yard line, it looks like.
Just an end sweep or going around left end, and there were some good blocks by the left side of the offensive line for the Eagles and the wide receivers, and the Badgers were not able to stop him until Garcia advanced the ball all the way down to the Badger 12-yard line.
Jim in motion. And the give again, Aiden Garcia. Garcia breaking past the 10-yard line and stopped by Prescott. I believe Caleb Fox, one of the guys in on the tackle.
Gain of 5. This time it went around right end. Ball at the Badger 8-yard line. 2nd and 5. Obviously, the Eagles can get a first down without scoring a touchdown.
12 carries so far tonight for Garcia for 54 yards. Give again to Aiden Garcia. He charges up the middle and dives over the 5-yard line where about 4 or 5 Badgers pile on him.
Yeah, it's very close to first. He's about a yard short. The ball sitting actually in between the 3 and the 4-yard lines. 3rd down and 1.
9:38 left to go here in the second quarter. Give us to Garcia. He does a sweep up to the far side. He's tripped up near the goal line. Actually, Garcia falls into the end zone, and Aiden Garcia gets a touchdown, and the Eagles are on the board.
John Hayden Garcia is only a junior. He's looking pretty good so far in this game.
Flag offensive line also doing a pretty good job for him, too, clearing those paths. And now we will have Gael Castrita come in for the extra point attempt, and it is good. 9:27 left to go in the second quarter, and Flagstaff on the board. It's Badgers 13, Eagles 7. Let's take a break here, a 30-second break on our broadcast of Prescott football. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Steve Sishka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Trust is a word that is rarely applied to certain areas of our society, nationally and locally. I'm sure you know what I mean. However, trust is what people do have when they vote a business the best of. Olson's has been voted the best of by the readers of not one, but two trusted media sources, the Daily Courier and Prescott Living in 2024. Both were for the best pet supply. There's a reason why our motto is good enough just isn't. We don't take you for granted. We're proud to constantly earn your business.
Back here at Bill Shepherd Field, John Rust Kelly Court is with you. Aiden Garcia with about a 3-yard touchdown run, and that puts the Eagles on the board, 13-7. They trail, and now they get ready to kick the ball away to Prescott. Kenny Miller-Terry stopping just shy of the goal line there with the catch. He gets up to the 25-yard line and brought down at about the 28-yard line. By the way, folks, Badger football is sponsored in part by Exceptional Community Hospital, Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital and 24/7 emergency service on Highway 69. Your community, your hospital. And tonight's Badger football game sponsored in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals, where good enough just isn't, with locations in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, Flagstaff, and the Verde Valley.
The Badgers need to answer that Flagstaff touchdown right here, John.
Two receivers out to the far side. Badgers moving right to left across your radio dial or your screen, depending on how you're following us. As Jacob Chamberlain breaks off a couple of tackles, finds some running room, stumbles a little bit, falls at the 40-yard line, but he still gets a first down. Gain of about 11 or 12 there by Chambo.
Yeah, if a hand hadn't gotten onto one of his legs, he'd have gone all the way for a touchdown. Badgers now have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Two receivers out to the near side now for Prescott. James Heffron from the gun. Heffron steps back. He throws it. It's caught by Kenny Miller-Terry, who gets immediately wrapped up by one tackle, then another tackle. Number 9, Noah Shashow, came in there. He had a bear hug on Kenny Miller-Terry, but he wouldn't fall down. And then Tuffy Calander had to come in and finish the job.
Ball thrown out to Kenny Miller-Terry in the flat, right out in front of the Prescott bench. Pickup of 3 yards, going to be 2nd down and 7. Ball sitting at the Flagstaff Eagle 44.
KMT now going out to the far side. Shashow there to greet him. And Chamberlain going up the middle, has a couple of good blocks. He dives over the 50-yard line, and Chambo comes up with the first down for Prescott.
Good hole opened up by the offensive line for the Badgers.
Yeah, I'd say that ankle is all better now for Jacob Chamberlain.
Yeah, he looks good. Pickup of about 8 yards. Going to be 1st and 10 Badgers inside Eagle territory at the 48.
And Kelly, now we have Gio Puglisi in at quarterback, taking over for James Heffron. He steps back. He looks. He pumps. He throws, and it's caught by Nick Phillips, who gets knocked out of bounds. Shy of a first down is Phillips by about a yard or 2.
Gain of 8. Again, Gino threw the ball out to number 8, Nick Phillips, right on the sideline, and he was able to hang on to the ball as he was getting knocked out of bounds. 2nd down and 2, the ball sitting right at the Eagle 40.
Nick Phillips, he had a touchdown catch earlier in this game. Phillips, speaking of which, in motion. And it's going to be Puglisi who carries the ball. Puglisi up to the 40-yard line. And he gets hammered by about 3 or 4 Eagles, including Jason Laughing.
Faked the ball to Number 10 for the Badgers, Chamberlain, tried to go around left end. The Eagle pursuit was good on that play. So Puglisi only picks up 1 yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Ball at the Eagle 39.
Puglisi from the gun. KMT in motion. The handoff is to Chamberlain. He goes up the middle. He finds a nice little gap. He gets taken down at the 35-yard line by number 18, Jacoby Bigoody. And that's going to be another Badger first down. Pick up about, probably about 3 there, Kelly.
Yeah, handoff going off of right tackle. Badgers have it 1st and 10 at the Eagle 35.
And again with Braylon Johnson injured and most likely out for the season, Jacob Chamberlain, well, he's going to be doing the yeoman's work here at running back for Prescott. Puglisi airs that ball out. It's intercepted! Intercepted by Flagstaff! And it's number 9, Noah Shashow.
Ball was intended for Kenny Miller-Terry, about 5 yards downfield out in the flat over towards the Flagstaff bench. And ball really should not have been thrown because Shashow was really covering Miller-Terry well, and he ends up stepping right in front of Miller-Terry and intercepting the pass. 1st and 10, Flagstaff at their own 39-yard line.
Second turnover of the game by the Badgers. There's the throw. There's a catch by Carpenter. He's at the 40-yard line, being pursued by Douthit, and we get a flag on the play as Douthit takes him out of bounds. We'll see what that's going to be about.
Pass out in the flat right in front of the Badger bench. It's going to be a first down. However, there is a penalty, and I think there was a hold against Flagstaff. Again, it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So the ball is being placed right at the 35-yard line of Flagstaff, where it's going to be 1st and 14.
5:34 remaining in the second quarter. Give this to Garcia. Garcia scrambles away from some tackles. He's got some running room. He's taken down at the 50-yard line. And Aiden Garcia picking up a big first down for the Eagles. And Garcia just kind of disappeared amongst a pile of blue there, Kelly. And then all of a sudden he just springs out, finds some open territory, and now flag is in Prescott territory.
Good fake again by number 10, Broden Custer of the Eagles. And they have it 1st and 10 at the Badger 49.
Again, Garcia gets the ball. He goes right up the middle, and he disappears amongst a crowd of players, and going to be a minimal gain there for Garcia as a whole bunch of guys fall on him. Looks like Blake McGlory, one of the guys in on the stop there of Garcia, who picks up 2.
2nd down and 8. Ball now at the Badger 47-yard line.
2 receivers out to the far side for the Eagles. Carpenter in motion. Pitch to Carpenter. Carpenter makes the turn. Avoids one tackle. Doesn't avoid the 2 or 3 others. And now Carpenter still on his feet. Gets a nice push from some of the O-line. And I think Carpenter, if he didn't get the first down, he's shy of it.
Yeah, going to pick up about 6 yards. He is going to be shy of it. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Ball sitting at the Badger 41.
Great job by Will Carpenter shrugging off some tackles and then keeping his legs moving as he had about 3 or 4 Badgers on top of him. 2 receivers out to the near side now for flag from the gun. Custer. He hands it off to Garcia. Garcia going up the middle. This time the Badgers were ready for him. They push him back and then push him right down to the ground. Charge led there by big Blake McGlory.
Blake McGlory's mom saw me yesterday. She's a physician's assistant for Dr. Jetley out in Prescott Valley.
Oh, okay.
His mom, Angela.
Well, hi, Angela. Thanks for listening or watching us.
She's here tonight. Anyway, it's a loss of about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. The ball sitting at the Badger 43-yard line. and the Eagles are going to go for it.
Blake McGlory, by the way, an all-region honorable mention last year. Dropping back is Custer, the throw, and that skips off the fingertips of number 22, Jace Adams. But I'll tell you what, great defense there. Looked like it was, I think, Noble Ortega, number 24 for Prescott, did a good job getting in front of Adams.
Got in front of Adams and deflected the pass, causing the pass to go incomplete. And the Badgers are going to take over on downs.
3:05 left to go here in the first half. 13-7, Prescott on top.
Badgers will have it at their own 43-yard line. Badgers need to mount a drive here, John.
And avoid the turnovers.
Puglisi again at quarterback.
And there's the give. Looks like it's Chamberlain. Chamberlain dragging a couple of guys with him. Gets up to about midfield. Pickup of about 4 or 5 there by Chambo as he gets helped up.
We're going to call it 6, yeah. John. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4. The ball is sitting at the Badger 49.
Two receivers out to the near side for the Badgers. And there's the give to the running back. Looks like it's Chamberlain again, and Chamberlain gets up to about the... Actually, he gets just enough for a first down there by Jacob Chamberlain.
Pick up a 5. Ball is now in Eagle territory at the Eagle 46.
If you haven't already, head down to the track for halftime ceremony.
Two receivers out to the near side for Prescott. Gio Puglisi from the gun. Also two receivers out to the far side. Puglisi dropping back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Nick Phillips. Phillips at the 10. Owen Phillips dragged down at the 5-yard line by Jacoby Bigudi. What a catch there by Nick Phillips. Oh, so close to breaking away for a touchdown there.
We're going to call it about a 39-yard pass play. The Badgers have it 1st and goal at the Eagle 6-yard line. Phillips just went right down the middle of the field and beat his defensive player, and Gino Puglisi threw a strike to him.
Trips out to the near side for Prescott. Puglisi from the gun. Chambo in motion. Puglisi going to run the ball himself. He breaks out to the near side and he dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
Good fake.
Oh, wait. We got a penalty flag on the play.
We do.
What now?
We don't know. The official has not given the. He's going to give the sign right now. What the penalty was. Got a hold. Hold on the Badgers. Going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which was right at about the 5-yard line.
Well, so much for that quarterback, or for that touchdown run there by the quarterback, Gio Puglisi.
Ball's going to be placed at the right at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Badgers from the 15.
Buck 27 left to go in the first half. Pretty fast-moving first half here. Chamberlain going to stand behind Puglisi. Now we've got Allen and Phillips going out to the far side. Puglisi steps back, throws toward the end zone, and caught and dropped. We're going to get a pass interference there, Kelly, because that one Flagstaff guy was pulling and yanking at Kenny Miller-Terry's jersey, and KMT still almost caught that ball.
He sure did. The defender on the play was number 9, Noah Shosal, who intercepted a pass earlier. So it is a pass interference call. We'll see where the official steps the ball off to here. Going to be first and goal.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
1st and goal from the 8.
And the student section getting going with the "You Can't Do That" chant. We're going to have 3 receivers out to the far side for Prescott. Allen, Kidd, and Phillips. Chamberlain standing behind Puglisi. Puglisi drops back, makes the throw. There's the catch by KMT. And Kenny Miller-Terry has his second touchdown catch of the night for Prescott.
Just ran a slant in, lined up on the left side of the line, ran a slant in pattern right towards the end zone, and quarterback Gino hit him right in the numbers for the touchdown. Badgers are lining up for the point after right now.
Brady Costas missed his last PAT. A rarity for Costas. He's probably one of the top kickers in, I would say, the entire 4A conference. That time, the kick is good by Brady Costas, and he's back to form. So with 1:16 left to go here in the second quarter, our score, Prescott 20 and Flagstaff 7. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Badger football. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Clark Tenney, Superintendent of Prescott Unified School District. PUSD students receive the educational foundation they need to do great things. Will your child be the next one of our 26,000 alumni who becomes an Arizona Supreme Court Justice, Attorney General, or President of the Arizona Senate? Will they become a business owner, doctor, nurse, attorney, engineer, or teacher? Whatever their dreams, our Prescott schools will help them get started. PUSD builds great leaders. Check us out at PrescottSchools.com. PUSD, where every child, every day matters.
And we are back here at Bill Shepherd Field, John Russ Kelly quarters. Brady Costas kicking this one away, and it will be returned. Looks like that is Carpenter who's making the return for Flagstaff, and Carpenter finds a little gap there. He breaks free of some tackles. Carpenter takes it at the 50-yard line, takes it down to the 45-yard line before he is finally hauled down by Prescott. It looks like that was number 87, Travis Gates, making the finishing tackle there on Carpenter, who broke through a couple of tackles and came up with a huge return for Flagstaff, Kelly.
About a 52-yard return. He caught the ball at his own 3-yard line, and right now the Eagles have it 1st and 10 in Badger territory at the 45.
3 receivers out to the near side for the Eagles. Custer with the throw and a leaping catch. Oh, a leaping catch and then dropped by Will Carpenter. Oh, he had it in his hands, but just couldn't control it on his way down.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Again, ball at the Badger 45.
By the way, folks, Prescott football tonight is sponsored in part by the Prescott Unified School District, the Badgers' biggest fans. Every child, every day. Visit PrescottSchools.com. Under a minute to go here in the first half.
What do you want to bet they give it to Garcia?
No! And there's the catch made by Jace Adams, and Adams takes it up to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a Flagstaff first down. Yeah, we got fooled there, Kelly.
We got fooled. So did the Badgers.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Flagstaff at the Badger 34.
Custer throws it near side. Oh, Carpenter had it in his hands, and he dropped it again. Second time in the last minute or so that Carpenter had the ball right to him. Throw on target, but Carpenter unable to get control of that ball. Incomplete pass with 37 seconds left to go in the half.
We'll see what kind of pressure the defensive front for the Badgers can put on the quarterback, Broden Custer.
Custer dropping back under some pressure. He throws and little bit out of the reach of his intended receiver, Jace Adams. And some pretty good pressure there brought on by the Badger D, Kelly.
Especially by number 75, Dante DeCourt. And, it's pretty amazing. I don't know, sometimes some defensive coordinators, I think, don't realize this, but you put some pressure on the quarterback tends to not be as accurate.
He gets a wee bit nervous when he's got some guys running after him?
Yeah.
Here we go, 3rd and 10 now for Flag. Custer drops back. He throws down the middle, almost intercepted by Prescott.
Broken up by Miller-Terry.
Kenny Miller-Terry breaking up that pass. This is going to bring up 4th down. And I would imagine Coach Mickey Clements, the flag, going to go for it here.
Yeah, this point in the first half.
No, they're going to go for the field goal.
They're going to kick a field goal, and this is going to be a 51-yard field goal.
Gael Castorita getting ready to put his foot into it here. Kick is up, and it is,
It hit the crossbar. That ball hit the crossbar. That's a heck of a kick. It was kind of a line drive kick.
Yeah, Castorita showing off his foot there and coming up so close to a 51-yard field goal. And that's 51-yarders. Those aren't something you see every day in high school football, Kelly.
No, you're right. You know what's amazing is the amount of 50-yard field goals that are being kicked not only in professional football but also college football in this day and age. I think maybe that's where this sport of soccer is coming in handy.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, are you saying that there's a benefit to being a multi-sport athlete?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're both on the same page on that one, my guy.
Badgers have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
22 seconds left to go here in the first half. Puglisi with a short throw. Kenny Miller-Terry has it on the far side, running down the sidelines, and he runs out of bounds.
Picks up about 8 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 2. The Badgers have it at their own 28.
Kenny Miller-Terry with 2 touchdown catches tonight for Prescott. By the way, stay tuned for the halftime show. Ashton Whitwell, Prescott's punter, will be our senior spotlight interview. We'll also have Ty Childers from the Prescott mountain bike team, their coach, speaking to us on the halftime show. Low catch there. I think that was Sean Kidd, but we get whistles on the play as Kidd caught that one right around the shoelaces.
And as he caught the ball, his knee was on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 3rd and about 3 right now. That's the end of the half.
Couldn't do anything there. Clock hits 0, but Prescott will head into the locker room in the lead. 20-7 is our score here at halftime. Like I said, folks, stick around for our halftime show as you're listening to Badger football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA. Halftime show, as I previously mentioned, we will have our senior spotlight interview with Prescott punter Ashton Whitwell. We will also hear from the coach of the Prescott mountain bike team, and that is Ty Childers. That's all coming up on the halftime show. So stick around for that, folks, and we'll be back with more right after this.
It's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
Another edition of Senior Spotlight. I'm John Rust, and joining me tonight is punter Ashton Whitwell. Ashton, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. And Ashton, well, let's go back to last week's game. Obviously, a rough one against Coconino there in the Dome. Just your thoughts on how things went down.
Yeah, we definitely struggled. I think our offense, it was just harder to get our run game established because we've been really running it down people's throats. So it was just harder for us to do that with Braylon and Chamberlain both being out. So it was good for those guys to step in at running back. It was just hard for us to get some good yards there. But our passing game is definitely pretty good. Kenny had a good game.
Now, of course, tonight, well, it's a Thursday night game, and you've got Flagstaff to deal with. So what are going to be the keys to getting a win in that one?
I think we just need to really flip our season around right now. We've also lost these last couple games, so it could be a really big game for us to just change how the rest of our season is going to be.
All right, well, let's get to know you a little bit better here, Ashton. First off, what got you interested in playing football in the first place?
My dad played here in high school, so I never really played before high school, but I just thought I would test it out, and because of the opportunity I really think I would have here, so that's what made me interested.
What's the best game you ever had?
Probably my sophomore year against Washington. I was playing quarterback, and I had, I think, 3 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns, so I think that was it.
What other sports do you play besides football?
Last year I played golf, and I played baseball and basketball too.
Who is your favorite professional athlete?
I'd probably say Larry Fitzgerald.
Who's your favorite professional team?
Probably the Arizona Cardinals, even though they're struggling a little bit.
What's your favorite subject in school?
I don't really like any of them, but probably math.
What's your favorite thing about going to Prescott High School?
I just like the community and like the student sections for all this athletics, and everyone just gets along and it's fun.
Who's your favorite musician or band?
I like older music, so I don't know, I kind of like a lot, like country, probably maybe Chris Stapleton.
What's your favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
What's your favorite food?
I like any kind of pasta, Italian food.
Do you have a pregame ritual?
Not really, I just say a prayer before the game and that's about it.
What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
I like to hang out with friends and just watch sports and do other stuff.
Okay, and finally, what are your plans for after graduation?
I might go try to play college baseball somewhere, but that's all I really have planned right now.
All right, well, Ashton, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on Senior Spotlight.
Thank you.
Prescott True Value Hardware, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Hi, I'm Suzanne Springer. There's a reason we have this slogan, because it's true. Over the years, Prescott True Value has become so much more than just a great hardware store with full-service hardware, paint, tools, outdoor living, barbecues, and don't forget the kitchen shop. We are committed to making sure you find what you want and know what to do with it. We're living the slogan here at Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Go Badgers!
Welcome to our halftime interview where we focus on one of the other sports teams at Prescott High School. And today we are focusing on the mountain bike team. And on the phone with me, I have Ty Childers. He is their head coach. Coach, I want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight on the halftime show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
And, well, Coach, you already have a few races under your belt. So far, how things have been going for the mountain bike team?
We're doing well. We have a very strong team this year. We're currently battling for second place in our conference. We're going back and forth with one of the Flagstaff teams, so that's been a pretty big challenge.
So what have probably been some of your most impressive races so far this season?
We were pretty dominant at our local home race in Prescott. That was very exciting. We had a lot of our girls really stepped up and did well. We had for North Conference JV1 girls, we had 4 of 5 podium spots, which is pretty awesome. And then for the boys, we had for our JV2 boys, we had 3 of 5 podium spots on that race. So really did well.
And how many boys and girls do you have on the team this year?
A total of 48 riders are on the team.
For a squad that probably doesn't get the kind of attention that, say, football or basketball does, pretty impressive that you have that big a squad. So what kind of recruiting do you do around the high school to get kids involved in mountain biking?
We have our spring sports meeting for all the incoming freshmen. So that's where we get some of our recruits from. We also have a local middle school team that we get, well, actually several local middle school teams that we get a lot of our students from. And then we try to convince our current riders to recruit as many of their friends as they can.
And I know the last couple of weeks it has been rather rainy here in the Tri-City area. So what has that been like? Actually, just all over the state it's been rainy. So what's that been like for not just your practices, but some of your races?
Yeah, we've had really great weather for most of our races. Our most recent race in Snowflake, though, we had 40-plus mile-an-hour winds. That was a very, very difficult race for our kids, for all the kids, but they did really well. A lot of them really stepped up and did well. That's a tough course, and then you add the wind on top of that, and it was a battle for sure.
And what about practicing over the last week or so? How have the trails been for you there?
We did have to miss one practice, but other than that, we did pretty well. We were able to sneak in some really nice rides, got sprinkled on, got wet a little bit, but as long as there's not lightning, we go ahead and ride.
And who have been some of your top riders so far this season?
Well, we've got two girls that are our points leaders right now. So if you're consistently the fastest in your category, you carry that points leader jersey. And then each race, the competition's trying to take that away from you. And Lila Sawyer is a freshman girl that's been absolutely dominant this year. Each race, she's finishing way ahead of everybody else in her class. So she's doing amazing. And then Bridget Farnsworth is our other points leader at JV1 girls. And she's been putting in just massive amounts of work in the off season and then during the season to be competitive there. And she's been doing amazing and has that points leader jersey right now.
And I would imagine that the state race is coming up pretty soon.
It is. Our next race is down at McDowell, and that is our series championship. So that is this coming weekend on Sunday we race. And then 2 weeks later we have our state championship, which is down in Fort Huachuca. That's a Sunday race as well for the state championship. So we've got several people that are in the running and may be able to accomplish a state championship individually. And then again, we'll see how we're doing as a team, but we're trying to earn that second place spot.
All right. Well, Coach Childers, I want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight on the halftime show, and best of luck to you and the Prescott Mountain Bike team the rest of the way.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Go Badgers.
At Yavapai Exceptional Industries, we're constantly improving products, processes, and outcomes. And now, good people of the Central Highlands, we're bringing on drone surveillance. Drone surveillance of your backyard. And if you're not outfitted with patio furniture made at Yavapai Exceptional Industries, well, get with the program, people. YEIWorks.com. Place your order now and book a tour while you're at it. It'll make your day.
And welcome back to Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust and Kelly Cordes with you here. It's halftime, and the Pride of Prescott Marching Band about to put on their field show here, and the Badgers leading it 20-7 here at halftime. And Kelly, definitely the kind of first half that Prescott really needed. And another good outing here by Kenny Miller-Terry with 2 touchdown catches. Also, Nick Phillips doing a pretty good job, too, as he has a touchdown catch as well. Oh, yeah, also along with the 2 touchdown catches from KMT, he also has an interception he returned for about 50 yards.
Yeah, he should be named a first-team Grand Canyon Region player this year.
I think that is an absolute no-brainer right there, Kelly. But Flagstaff certainly showed some signs of life there late in the first half as they did get a touchdown, and it was Aiden Garcia who's been doing the bulk of the carrying tonight for Flagstaff.
He has 140 yards total coming into this game tonight because Flagstaff's got some injuries to several of their other backs. And you said he's already got 74 for tonight. I was surprised that Flagstaff at times during the first half were able to run the ball as well as they were able to, because they, looking at their stats throughout the year, they have not run the ball very well at all.
That's right. And, well, as we have the band playing here, and actually it's a longer than normal halftime here. we did have the Prescott Youth Cheer Squad out here putting on a performance, so they gave them a little extra time, and now we got the band playing. So now it's just going to be me and Kelly blathering along for about the next 10 minutes or so. Well, heaven help everyone now.
Yeah, well.
Well, we do actually have quite a bit to talk about. In fact, let's go to our Tri-City scoreboard here, Kelly, because we got some scores to give you. First off, Prescott boys golf team, they played Bradshaw today in an 18-hole affair. Prescott winning that one. And speaking of the Prescott golf team, Prescott boys and girls golf, they will be hosting their respective section tournaments on Monday at Antelope Hills. And actually Monday, a big sports day for Prescott, Kelly, because along with Prescott boys and girls golf in the section tournament, Prescott volleyball, they're over at Bradshaw Mountain High School Monday night.
I saw a little bit of the Badger volleyball game against Coconino last night. Badgers looked pretty good as they swept the Panthers. And I always like volleyball's a great sport.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, you know what? I was actually over at Embry-Riddle on Tuesday night. I was doing the play-by-play on their live stream, playing Life Pacific, and what a match that was, where Embry-Riddle, they trailed the match 2-1. They were actually down in the fourth set by 9 points. They came back, won it, then came back and won the fifth set. And if you missed the recap on that, folks, it is up on our website at kyca.info. Just click on the news link. But yeah, volleyball, just such a great, fast-paced, exciting sport. And, Yavapai College volleyball, they put on a great performance last night against Mesa College, ranked number 9 in the nation in NJCAA Division II, and Yavapai beat them 3-0.
Beat them. That's great.
Yeah.
Glad to see Yavapai sports going.
Yeah, I know they've got some issues over there with the whole scholarship thing, but yeah, good to see Yavapai doing what they can and putting together some good performances there like last night. Also on the college front here over at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University tonight, the number 9 ranked Embry-Riddle women's soccer team took on Ottawa University. Beat them 3-0. Embry-Riddle women's soccer, they remain undefeated. And sometimes, Kelly, even though we cover Embry-Riddle, we cover all the schools here in the Tri-City area quite a bit, you sometimes get the feeling that Embry-Riddle is like the best-kept secret in the Tri-City area when it comes to local sports.
You are absolutely correct. Most people in Prescott have no idea what Embry-Riddle has done in increasing their sports program over the last 10 years. It's been huge. I don't know how many sports they've added in the last 10 years, but it's got to be about a dozen.
Yeah, and you not only have they added sports, but look at the success they had. Last year, you had the women's golf team and the women's soccer team win the conference championship. The wrestling team, in fact, the wrestling season starts in a couple weeks for Embry-Riddle, and preseason poll, they're already ranked number 15 in the country.
Well, that's great. By the way, last month, U.S. News and World Report, they always have an issue every year, sometime during the fall, ranking colleges and universities in America. And guess who they ranked as the number 1 aeronautical university?
Is that going to be the university that's like right down the street here on Willow Creek Road?
You got it. And that's typical. U.S. News and World Report typically ranks Embry-Riddle number 1. They've been doing that for quite a while.
And, well, also looking at the other part of our Tri-City scoreboard, Prescott flag football team, they beat Mojave tonight 24-0 over at the Anderson Fieldhouse, which is where we were at a couple weeks ago. And that was our first time there, and I think both of us were pretty impressed with the setup they got there.
We were very impressed, and, of course, when the Badgers play their basketball games over there, the freshman JVs and varsity basketball teams, that's where those games will be played, is in that field house.
All right. Well, can't go wrong there. And also, let's go out of town here. We've got some professional sports to tell you about earlier today. The Dodgers beating Milwaukee 3-1 in the National League Championship Series. Last report I saw, Kelly, it was the 8th inning. Toronto up 8-2 over Seattle in the American League Championship Series. And also we've got Thursday night football. Well, not just here, but also in the NFL. And in the fourth quarter, it's it's Cincinnati over Pittsburgh, 27-24.
Yeah, Thursday night football that's on primetime, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit doing the play-by-play and the color commentating.
Yeah. So, man, we're up against the NFL tonight, Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, and of course, again, it's Thursday night football, so the rest of our local football teams will be playing tomorrow night, and actually all the local teams are going to be home. Bradshaw Mountain, the number 3 ranked team in the 4A conference, they're home. They'll be taking on Buckeye, and of course, Bradshaw coming off a very impressive 13-7 win over Lee Williams last week. Chino Valley, they are home tomorrow night, and unfortunately, I don't have who Chino Valley is going to be playing tomorrow, but they are going to be home as Coach Lou Benetton comes in and says hi to us here. Also, we got Mare. They're going to be taking on Duncan tomorrow, and again, that will be a home game. And then, of course, on Saturday, we have ASU football, and Kelly, the Sun Devils are in for a big test as they will be taking on Texas Tech.
I'm going to definitely be watching that game. And that's on Saturday, right?
That is Saturday.
Yeah, but it'll be in. And from what I understand, of course, it's always going to be Sun Devil Stadium to me. Mountain America Stadium is going to be a sellout.
Oh, I would expect that. Yeah. By the way, folks, Chino Valley tomorrow, they're going to be hosting Fountain Hills. So, again, ASU on Saturday. They'll be taking on Texas Tech. We'll have that game for you on the team, 1450 a.m., KNOT, starting at noon. Also coming up this weekend, we have the U of A, who are having a pretty good season. They are 4-2, and they're looking to rebound from that overtime loss to BYU. They'll be taking on the Wildcats, the Wildcats will be taking on Houston on Saturday. That game's going to get underway at 9 a.m. NAU, however, they are off this week. And then, of course, you go to the NFL and the hapless Cardinals. Can they turn it around Sunday against Green Bay? Sorry to say, Kelly, I got my doubts.
Now, that's at Lambeau Field, right?
No, actually, that's going to be down in Glendale.
Going to be at State Farm Stadium. Yeah, I mean, boy, they have lost a lot of close games so far, the Cardinals.
Always seems like it's in the last minute, the last second, too.
Yeah,
so it's just a season of frustration. And Kyler Murray, of course, he's not all that healthy either. So
we'll see if he starts this Sunday.
Yeah. Also, I guess see what happens with Sam Levitt, the ASU quarterback, because he was out for last week's game.
Yeah. Well, they say there's a possibility he could play Saturday.
Now, we will definitely see about that.
By the way, the Arizona Wildcats are you mentioned earlier that they're playing Houston, the Cougars of Houston, and that game is in Houston. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see if the Wildcats can rebound from that overtime loss to BYU. BYU is 6-0 right now.
Tell you what, Kelly, not a really good week for higher level football here in Arizona last week. The 3 college teams losing and the Cardinals losing.
Yeah, was not a very good. By the way, NAU's lost 2 in a row. One a couple weeks ago they lost to Montana State, and then last week they lost to Davis over in California.
And both teams now back out on the field going through their warm-ups. So not long now until we get things started here for the second half of action. John Rust, Kelly Court is with you. And kind of like I said earlier, Kelly, Badgers just can't afford to have any letdowns. They can't afford to take their foot off the pedal. And I think when it's 20-7, I wouldn't exactly call that a comfortable lead. It may look like it on the scoreboard, but it's like, hey, you know what? Flag gets a touchdown, and all of a sudden, hey, we got ourselves a ball game here.
I'm sure Coach Collette has told these guys, we go out, take care of business, beat Flagstaff. There is still a little bit of a chance for the Prescott Badgers to get into a playoff situation, but they would have to beat Yonker next week and then beat Bradshaw in order to do that.
And remember, folks, this year, brand new format for the football playoffs, where in years past it was the top 16 teams going. Well, now it's the top 24 with the top 8 seeds having a bye for the first week. And Prescott Well, they are at number 32 in the state PowerPoint rankings. So, yeah, like you said, Kelly, they definitely have an outside chance of getting into the playoffs. In fact, if the season ended today, the last playoff spot would go to Sierra Linda, who actually, in a story we had on KYCA, it's actually ranked one of the top 8 safest small towns in Arizona, right there with Prescott Valley and Chino Valley.
Yeah. There's a lot of growing areas in the state of Arizona. It's like people want to live in the Southwest. People are realizing that Arizona's the best state in the union.
Yeah. Well, looking more at the PowerPoints, how about this, Kelly? 4 Grand Canyon region teams ranked in the top 16. Bradshaw at 3, Mojave at 4, Coconino at 13, Lee Williams at 16. And guess what 2 teams are going to go at it tomorrow?
Yeah, that's going to be a big game in Kingman. The Coconino Panthers are going to be playing the Volunteers of Lee Williams tomorrow night. By the way, the next 2 games that the Badgers play, Yonker is 14. They are 6-1. The Rough Riders are 6-1. And, of course, Bradshaw is 3rd in the PowerPoint rankings, and they're 5-2. So if the Badgers beat both of those teams, they'd pick up a lot of PowerPoints.
And the Badgers heading out onto the field now. 3rd quarter about to begin. John Rust, Kelly Court is with you. Again, no Lou Benetone tonight because Lou Benetone is actually helping out Coach Cody Collette with some assistant coaching duties.
Yeah, Coach Collette thinks that Coach Benetone knows something about football.
Well, there's a reason why Coach Benetone's photo is up there on the Prescott Wall of Fame, Kelly.
Yeah.
As you would know, since A, you're a Hall of Famer too, and B, you're also on the Hall of Fame committee.
Yeah, well, yeah, they really got to the bottom of the barrel when they picked some guy to be the chairman of that committee.
So you didn't do the William Tecumseh Sherman line? If nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve.
There you go.
All right, Brady Costas kicking this one away for the Badgers. And here comes a return by Flag. And it's going to be Will Carpenter, who finds a big seam, and he's up to the 40-yard line, dashing at the 50-yard line, and finally pushed out of bounds. And for the second time tonight, Kelly, a huge return by Will Carpenter.
Yeah, he caught the ball at about the 5-yard line, and the official, let's see where the official is going to finally put the ball down. Ball will be in Badger territory at the 42-yard line. So we're talking 45, we're talking about a 53-yard return.
Boy, next time just kick it away from Carpenter. Don't want to get anywhere near that ball. And there's the handoff, and guess who it is? It's Aiden Garcia, and Garcia able to get past the 35-yard line for Flag.
Just kind of running a crossbuck play. They're going to pick up 3 yards, going to be 2nd down and 7. The ball at the Badger 34.
Backs to either side of Custer. And this time he gives the ball. Actually, that's to number 21, Gio Cerna. And Cerna is able to get up to about the 32 or 33-yard line, it looks like.
Sweep going around left end, picked up about 3-4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd. We're going to say 3rd and a long 4. The ball sitting at the Badger 31.
So it's Garcia to the left of Custer and Cerna to the right. Eagles moving left to right across your radio dial or your screen. Garcia gets the ball, spins off one tackle, and then gets spun into the ground. It looks like he's going to come up just shy of a 1st down. And, well, a big decision here for Coach Clements. Does he go for it or not?
He's going to go for it. I mean, at this point in the ball game, being down 13 points, he's got a field goal kicker that could kick the ball from where the line of scrimmage is at. But they're going to go ahead and go for it. 4th and 2, the ball sitting at the Badger 29-yard line. Line of gain is at the 27.
2 receivers out to the near side for the Eagles. Garcia standing right next to Custer. There's the pitch to Garcia. He sweeps out to the right side. He makes the turn. He's got the first down and taken down at about the 24-yard line.
Just a pitch from the quarterback, Broden Custer.
While we got some time here, folks, Prescott football is sponsored in part by Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road. There's so much more than a hardware store.
1st and 10 Eagles at the Badger 23.
9:50 to go in the third quarter. 20-7 Prescott on top. Garcia gets the pitch. He goes up to the far side. He makes a turn. He gets a stiff arm. He goes toward the end zone, dives in, and gets the touchdown. Garcia just reaching out with that ball and breaking the plane.
Just a pitch from Broden Custer going around left end to the running back, Adam Garcia. Some good blocking by the wide receivers on the left side of that Eagle line, offensive line, and we've got now a one-score game.
23-yard touchdown run by Garcia. There's the kick, and it's blocked. The Badgers blocking the extra point attempt.
So we've got a 20-13 ball game.
9:38 left to go in the third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Prescott football. We'll be back with more right after this.
Exceptional Community Hospital Prescott is now open. Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital provides 24/7 emergency care, featuring private, spacious inpatient rooms and on-site radiology, lab, and pharmacy services. We accept all insurance plans and honor in-network benefits for emergency care. With minimal to no ER wait times, you can trust us to deliver the exceptional care you deserve. Exceptional Community Hospital Prescott is located at 4822 State Highway 69. Learn more at www.ehc24.com.
Make it stop. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. As we come back here for the game, they're playing Taylor Swift, Shake It Up over the PA. Why? Why did you do that? Why? Oh, good, it stopped. Now back to the game, as it's a one-score game, and, well, just as the kick goes off, we get flags on the play here, Kelly.
On the kickoff, one of the Eagles was offside. One of the Eagles crossed the 40-yard line before the ball was kicked. So they're going to be kicking off from the 35.
Like I said, a one-score game here. It's 20-13. Badgers able to block the PAT after Aiden Garcia gets his second touchdown run of the night. And like I said, Kelly, one touchdown, all of a sudden we got ourselves a ball game here.
Yeah, again, like we said in the first half, the Badgers need to answer here.
Big kick there, and that one's going to fall into the end zone, and the Badgers will start this drive from their own 20-yard line. Hey, folks, Badger football tonight is sponsored in part by Blind Brothers Arizona and Badger alum Steve Blair, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979.
Well, we'll see if the Badgers can start a touchdown drive here, John. It looks like number 18 for the Badgers, James Heffron, is quarterbacking.
So Coach Collette switching up the quarterbacks here in this game. And Heffron looks like he's going to hand off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. So Flagstaff doing a pretty good job of lying in wait for Chambo. Jason Laughing, one of the guys in on that tackle for the Eagles.
Good penetration by the left side of that defensive front of the Eagles.
Chamberlain coming off the field, and looks like he's limping just a little bit there. Oh, boy. Yep, he is noticeably limping there, Kelly. As Heffron with two receivers out to the near side. He makes the throw, and it's, caught and then dropped by Sean Kidd. He had it in his hands and bobbled the ball and just couldn't get hold of it.
Yeah, that was almost a completion. Almost. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. I think this is an important down right here.
8:55 to go in the third quarter. It's 20-13, Badgers on top. Two receivers out to the near side for Prescott. Heffron from the gun. Heffron looking. Another lead pass, and it's caught by Ashton Whitwell. And our senior spotlight interview gets taken down at the 45-yard line by Tanner Curley. But a huge first down there for the Badgers, Kelly.
Lined out as a windup out on the left side and just beat his defender down the field, and it was a good pass by quarterback Heffron. Badgers have it in Eagle territory at the Eagle 46-yard line.
Well, Whitwell, normally the punter, showing some really good hands there. As the run going up the middle, it's actually Kenny Miller-Terry carrying the ball. And Miller-Terry gets stopped after about a 2-yard pickup. Number 44, Garrett DeGraff, in on the tackle for the Eagles.
Going to be 2nd down and 8, the ball at the Eagle 44.
And Jacob Chamberlain back in the game for the Badgers. They really can't afford to have him out. Two receivers out to the far side with under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. 20-13, Prescott on top. Heffron throws. And looked like that was intended for, I think, Sean Kidd, and the ball falls just shy of him.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't expecting the pass.
Going to bring up 3rd and 8 now for Prescott. Well, Chamberlain, it looks like he's just a little gimpy there as he was running. Still going to stick it out here. Two receivers to the near side. Heffron from the gun. Throw and way overthrown. That was intended for Nick Phillips, but that ball lands about 6 to 7 yards away from Phillips, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Going to be 4th down and 8, and Badgers tried to complete fairly long pass plays on 2 consecutive downs, both incomplete, and Badgers are punting the ball.
Well, we have some time, folks. Badger football tonight, sponsored in part by Exceptional Community Hospital, Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital and 24/7 emergency service on Highway 69. Your community, your hospital. Low snap. Whitwell gets the punt off. And that one is going to stop at the 2-yard line. Great punt there by Ashton Whitwell.
Number 8 for the Eagles, Eli McHood, had a chance to catch the ball, but elected to let it go. He could have fair caught the ball, but the ball hit at about the 9-yard line and rolled all the way down to the 2. So that's where the Eagles will start, at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Flagstaff got a long way to go if they want to try to get to the top of the scoreboard, that is. Run going out of the end zone, and I believe that's Jace Adams who had the ball, and he gets dropped by the Badger D. And I think that was number 50, Menno Dow, who got that tackle.
Jace Adams, who normally is a tight end, was lining up at quarterback in the shotgun formation.
There goes the run by Aiden Garcia. Garcia with a little push there. The Badger defense pushes back. And Garcia gets close to the 10-yard line.
You know, Aiden Garcia is only a junior. He must have some pretty good lower body strength, because it takes several Badgers to bring him down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. The ball sitting at the Eagle 9-yard line.
And there's the pitch. It's Garcia again, and he gets spun around at the 13-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a, well, let's see. Yep, that'll be good enough for a Flagstaff first down.
That's where, again, we've seen that play many, many times tonight, where the quarterback just pitches it out to one side or the other to the running back, and the running back goes around end. The Eagles have it 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Give again to Aiden Garcia. He gets a little push there from the line, And then the Badgers push him into the ground. Trace Overton in on the tackle there for Prescott, along with number 75, Dante DeCourt.
Pickup of 2. Going to bring up second down and 8. The ball sitting at the Eagle 16-yard line.
Aiden Garcia tonight with 112 rushing yards. And he'll stand next to the quarterback, Custer. Custer with the throw, and there's the catch made by Zeke Jim. And as soon as Jim gets that ball, he gets taken down, and that might have been a tackle for a loss there.
Certainly right at the line of scrimmage.
Loss, it looks like maybe a loss of about half a yard there.
Caleb Fox is the one that really read that play well and made the tackle. So it's going to bring up third, and we're going to call it 3rd and 8. Again, the ball at the Eagle 16-yard line.
5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Custer with the throw, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Carpenter.
Well, this is going to bring up 4th down, definitely a punting situation, and the punting unit for the Eagles comes onto the field. So the Badgers should get a very good field position as a result of this possession.
Well, we got some time, folks. I want to remind you that tonight's Badger football game, sponsored in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals. We're good enough just isn't, with locations in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, Flagstaff, and the Verde Valley. Kenny Military standing between the 45 and 50-yard line. There's the punt. KMT gets the catch, and he goes up the middle. Tries to scoot away from some tackles, pushes his way past the 40-yard line, gets piled on. Ball breaks loose, but whistles have already blown, and Kenny Military able to get up to about the 38-yard line there, so very good field position for the Badgers for this drive.
He caught it right at about the 50-yard line and returned it about 11 yards. The Badgers will have it in very good field position at the Eagle 39-yard line.
20-13. Just a 7-point lead for Prescott here in the latter stages of the third quarter. Trips out to the near side for Prescott. Heffron rolls. Heffron throws. And catching it is Nick Phillips. And Nick Phillips takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Landon Freshour was all over Phillips as he caught that ball, but Phillips said, I ain't having none of that. He drags him into the end zone, and Nick Phillips with his 2nd touchdown catch of the night.
Good throw by the lefty. By the lefty quarterback, James Heffron. He dropped that ball right over the top of the defender's head. And Nick Phillips caught the ball. It's a 39-yard pass play, and the Badgers needed that.
3rd touchdown throw of the night for the sophomore Heffron. And now Brady Costas in for the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 4:36 left to go here in the third quarter, it's now Badgers 27 and Flagstaff 13. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Prescott football. We'll be back with more right after this.
39-yard
This is Steve Sischka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Trust is a word that is rarely applied to certain areas of our society, nationally and locally. I'm sure you know what I mean. However, trust is what people do have when they vote a business the best of. Olson's has been voted the best of by the readers of not one, but 2 trusted media sources, the Daily Courier and Prescott Living in 2024. Both were for the best pet supply. There's a reason why our motto is good enough just isn't. We don't take you for granted. We're proud to constantly earn your business.
Welcome back to Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust Kelly Court is with you. 27-13, Badgers on top. Nick Phillips with a 39-yard touchdown reception, courtesy of the arm of James Heffron. And here comes the return by the Eagles. Looks like that's going to be McHood. McHood looked like he found a gap there. The Badgers, however, shut it down in a hurry. And it looks like that was Drew Roberts, one of the guys in on the tackle there.
Better kickoff coverage by the Badgers that time than the time before. The Eagles are going to start at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Now the Badgers with a little more breathing room here as we're down to 4:29 remaining in the third quarter. Thursday night lights here. And again, the reason we're playing on Thursday is because they could not find enough officials to staff the game for Friday. Another pitch to Garcia. Oh, and it's a reverse, and it's Carpenter who has the ball now. Carpenter sweeping to the near side at the 40, at the 50. Carpenter making a turn again, and Carpenter hurled out of bounds by number 5, Marco Campazano.
Yeah, about a 29-yard gain. That was a great play call by the Flagstaff coaching staff. It was a reverse and caught the Badgers off kilter there on that play. Ball's right at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, Flagstaff.
Garcia just plows his way through the middle, then gets plowed over by some of the Badger defenders there.
Pick up a 5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Now the ball is sitting at the Badger 35.
Easton Shy, one of the guys in on the tackle there for Prescott. Under 4 minutes left to go in the third stanza. Custer from the gun. Garcia standing next to him. Garcia gets the ball, goes right up the middle, and he gets stopped in a hurry by the Badgers, and he gets hauled down to the ground. And let's see, that's Dante DeCourt in on the tackle. And it looks also like Easton Shy had a hand on there. Easton Shy, not too shy to shy, hush, hush.
Dante DeCourt was the first guy to get to Adam Garcia. And for one of the few times that he was stopped for a loss. Going to be a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. The ball sitting at the Badger 36-yard line.
Carpenter in motion for the Eagles. Custer dropping back. He makes the throw, and it's caught, bobbled, held onto by Carpenter, who then gets tackled on the far side.
Again, a back going out into the flat over towards the Flagstaff bench. Picks up about 5 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 2 at the Badger 32.
3 receivers out to the near side for Prescott, for Flagstaff. Custer from the gun. Garcia next to him. And Custer trying to get the Badgers to jump offside, and it's not working. Give it to Garcia. He finds a gap. He gets taken down, and I think Garcia got enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, he just picked up 3 yards, but that's enough. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Flagstaff at the Badger 29-yard line.
3-yard gain. Gets a 1st down for the Eagles.
2:10 left to go here in the third quarter. It's 27-13 in favor of Prescott, but Flagstaff threatening to put some more points on the board. 2 receivers out to the near side for the Eagles. And this time the give is to number 21, Cerna. And Cerna stopped at the near sidelines. Looks like it was Caleb Fox in on the tackle.
By the way, Gio Cerna for the Eagles is only a freshman.
Faking the give and avoiding one tackle is Custer. Still good pursuit on him, and he gets dragged down by Trace Overton for another loss.
Tackle by Overton.
I call that a coverage sack. As he rolled out to his left, he just couldn't find people open, and Overton was able to catch up to the quarterback and tackle him.
Badger defense really doing a good job here, pushing flag back. It's now 3rd and 16. Eagles with the ball at the Badger 35. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Custer dropping back. Rolls, throws, and it's caught right around the 30-yard line, and that was by number 4, Luke Kashuda. And, well, that'll bring up 4th down. Only a pickup of about 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, it's going to bring up actually back to at the original line of scrimmage where these downs started at. It's 4th and 10. Ball sitting at the Badger 29-yard line. The line of gain is the Badger 19-yard line.
And, Kelly, they're just going to let the clock run out here. So clock hits 0. That'll do it for the third quarter of play. The Badgers lead the Eagles 27-13. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Hi, this is Clark Tenney, Superintendent of Prescott Unified School District. PUSD students receive the educational foundation they need to do great things. Will your child be the next one of our 26,000 alumni who becomes an Arizona Supreme Court Justice, Attorney General, or President of the Arizona Senate? Will they become a business owner, doctor, nurse, attorney, engineer, or teacher? Whatever their dreams, our Prescott schools will help them get started. PUSD builds great leaders. Check us out at PrescottSchools.com. PUSD, where every child, every day matters.
John Rust, Kelly Court is back with you here at Bill Shepherd Field. It is 27-13. Badgers on top of the Eagles. And for flag, looks like it's going to be 4th and 9 from the 29-yard line.
They're going to kick a field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal.
Castrita, well, we saw him almost get a 50-yard, and it's blocked! The field goal attempt is blocked, and the ball picked up by, looks like number 7 for Flagstaff, and that is Tuffy Calander. And Calander, well, he gets wrapped up there at the near sidelines. So great job by the Badger defense, pushing back Flagstaff and then blocking a field goal attempt. What a huge play for the Badgers there, Kelly.
So the Badgers have blocked not only a field goal attempt, but earlier in the game they blocked a point after touchdown attempt. And the Badgers are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 42.
How about this? If Flagstaff made those 2 kicks, this would have been a 1-score game right now.
Yeah. That earlier field goal kick hit the crossbar.
That could have been much closer than if he made it. Heffron throwing to Kenny Miller-Terry. He makes the catch. Kenny Miller-Terry puts on the Jets. He's at the 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
A 58-yard pass play. Kenny Miller-Terry, good athlete, just beat his defender down the right side of the field. And again, I have to give kudos to James Heffron. He threw that ball right on the money again. Kenny Miller-Terry, when he beat his defender, he hardly had to break stride when he caught that ball. We got a penalty.
Oh, come on.
Got a hold.
Oh.
Going to be a holding penalty on the Badgers, which is going to nullify the touchdown.
Got to be kidding me. Well, so much for putting that on the highlight package tomorrow. Well, what would have been a 58-yard pass for a touchdown by Heffron to KMT.
Well, it's not holding. It was a pass interference, an offensive pass interference call. And I don't know if that was a call against Kenny Miller-Terry or somebody else. But anyway, the Badgers are going to have the ball at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 25.
KMT in motion. Gio Puglisi now in at quarterback, and he gives the ball. Is that Ashton? I think that's Ashton Whitwell who had the ball there.
Yep.
With the tackle.
That's Chamberlain.
That was Chamberlain. Okay.
That was Chamberlain. Pickup of about 5-6 yards, so it's going to bring up about 2nd and about 19.
Tuffy Calander, he had the tackle there for Flagstaff. Prescott a long way to go to try and get a first down here. Give is to Kenny Miller-Terry. He goes up to the far side. Now he makes the turn and still trying to turn, still trying to scramble away from the flag defense, and it goes for naught. Garrett DeGraff, one of about 4 Eagles in on the tackle to bring down KMT.
Kenny Miller-Terry trying to go around left end after he got the pitch and just made it back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, about 19.
Well, long pass play coming up here for the Badgers. They've got trips out to the near side. Again, Gio Puglisi now in at QB for Prescott. Geostorm drops back. He airs it out. And almost, we're going to get a flag on the play. 2 flags. I think this is going to be pass interference.
It's going to be defensive pass interference against number 7 of the Eagles, Cullen Callender, or Callander, I think is how he pronounces his last name. And that's exactly what it is, pass interference.
So we get pass interference, offensive pass interference called against the Badgers. And now it's defensive pass interference on Flagstaff.
So the ball's going to come all the way up to the Badger 47-yard line. Going to be 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 from the 47.
Well, this has just gotten a lot more manageable for the Badgers here with 10:16 left to go in quarter number 4. 2 receivers out to the near side. Puglisi looking to the sideline for guidance. Jacob Chamberlain standing next to him. There's the throw. Oh, and right through the hands of Kenny Miller-Terry. That's not often you see that happen.
It was thrown high. He had to go up to try to catch the ball. He got his fingertips on the ball, and that was it. Incomplete pass. The ball, again, at the 47-yard line, 4th and 6. And the Badgers are in punt formation.
Ashton Whitwell. And Elijah Carr coming off the field, and looks like he's holding his hand. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Carr, one of the top offensive linemen for the Badgers. Ball picked up there by Shashow, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Good punt. The Eagles will start at their own 22-yard line.
By the way, while we got some time here, folks, I want to remind you that this Badger football game sponsored in part by Prescott Unified School District, the Badgers' biggest fans, every child, every day. Visit PrescottSchools.com. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Blind Brothers Arizona and Badger alum Steve Blair, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. 1st and 10 from the 22 for flag. They've got 2 receivers out to the near side, or far side, excuse me. Custer, short throw. It's caught by Carpenter. Carpenter gets by 1 tackle and is able to dive to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a flag 1st down.
12-yard pass play. Carpenter just goes out into the flat, about 5 yards down the field, catches the pass and advances the ball another 6 or 7 yards, and the Eagles have it right at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Trips out to the far side for a flag. We're moving right to left across your radio dial or your screen. Pursuit there on Custer. He throws the ball intended for Carpenter, but the ball sails past him and into the Flagstaff bench.
Yeah, just rolled out. The Flagstaff quarterback, Broden Custer, trying to hit Carpenter, going out into the flat towards the Flagstaff bench. Ball was slightly overthrown, incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 again. The Eagles at their own 35.
9:33 to go here in quarter number 4. The Badgers have a 27-13 lead over Flag. Again, 3 receivers deployed out to the far side for the Eagles. Custer from the gun, and I believe that is, once again, Garcia standing next to him. The give is to Garcia, and Garcia gets stopped almost immediately, driven into the ground by Nightshades, Blake McGlory.
Yeah, again, he did pick up only a yard, but it's going to be in 3rd and 9, the ball at the Eagle 36.
Again, 3 receivers out to the far side. Custer from the gun. He steps back. He's got some pressure. He's being pursued by DeCourt. He gets away from him. There's a throw, and intended for a diving receiver there near the middle. That's number 88, Aeneas Cleary, and the ball skipped past him as he dove to the ground. 4th down, a great defensive stance by the Badgers. Blake McGlory coming up with a huge stop there on Aiden Garcia.
The defensive front for the Badgers forced the Eagle quarterback to roll out to his right, and you know, when quarterbacks are on the run, they're not as accurate, John.
Castrurita gets ready to punt this one away. Oh, he bobbles the ball at his feet, and he gets taken down, and the Badgers fall on the ball at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a flag on the play. This came after the Badgers fell on the ball.
Yeah, there was something going on between one of the Flagstaff players.
Yeah, it looked like it was some kind of maybe extracurricular activity, shall we call it.
Yeah, the penalty came after the play was over. Yeah, actually the fumble was the fault of the long snapper, the Eagles long snapper. He did not get the ball back to the punter at all. Yeah. So anytime that happens, it's like a turnover.
Personal foul against Flagstaff.
So let's see where they advance the ball. I think the ball is going to be advanced down around the 10-yard line. No, they're going to advance it down to the 16.
Either way, Kelly, this is outstanding field position for the Badgers to begin this drive.
Yeah, anytime that happens where the punt gets fumbled, it's like a turnover.
Puglisi from the gun. Phillips in motion. They give it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain taken down from behind. He gets past the 15-yard line. Gain of about 2 there by Chambo.
Ball's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the Eagle 14.
Ashton Whitwell going to go out to the far side for the Badgers. Out to the near side will be Phillips and Kenny Miller-Terry. Chamberlain will stand next to the Geostorm. KMT in motion. And there's Chamberlain with the ball. He finds a nice gap. He puts his head down, and Chambo gets up to about the 6-yard line on that run.
Just a crossbuck play going over right guard. Picks up about 5-6 yards. Going to be 3rd down and, actually going to be 3rd and 1. Ball's inside the 10 at about the Eagle 8.
And there's a give again to Chamberlain. Chamberlain goes up to the 5-yard line. Gets taken down there.
That's enough for a 1st down, I believe.
Yes,
the ball will be placed right on the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
So Prescott knocking on the end zone door with 7:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. Prescott up 27-13, looking to extend that lead over the Eagles. Puglisi from the gun. He's got Chamberlain next to him. They give it to Chamberlain. He goes up the middle. He finds a nice seam, gets toward the goal line, and then gets pushed back by the Eagle defense.
We're going to say he picked up 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and goal right at the 1.
Chamberlain with the ball carried down to the 2-yard line.
And the clock keeps on ticking here. 6:45 left to go in the 4th quarter. Chamberlain gets it again, makes a leap. Does he get in the end zone? Flagstaff says no. And I don't see a signal from the referees, so looks like we get a good goal line stance there for Flagstaff.
No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Time keeps ticking down. 6:12 remaining in regulation. Puglisi gives the ball to Chamberlain. We got a flag on the play as Chamberlain tried to go to the right side, and it's going to be a false start.
Going to be a false start on the Badgers, so instead of 3rd and goal from the 1, it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6.
5-yard penalty.
Clock halts at 6:06 to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, we'll see what kind of a play call the Badger coaching staff comes up with here on this 3rd down.
We got 3 receivers out to the far side for Prescott. Puglisi going to throw that one to KMT. He goes up, doesn't make the catch. Flag on the play. It looks like that's going to be pass interference against Flagstaff. And again, that Flagstaff defender, well, he was draped over Kenny Miller-Terry like a cheap suit.
And the coaching staff of Flagstaff says that should be offensive pass interference.
Well, Mickey Clements certainly out there on the field making his case.
Going to be 3rd down. Going to be 3rd and goal at the 1.
Well, one thing this drive is doing, it is eating up a lot of time here. We're down to 5:44 left to go in regulation. Puglisi from the gun. Well, and we're going to get a timeout called here for Prescott. While we got that timeout, folks, want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exceptional Community Hospital, Prescott's newest state-of-the-art hospital and 24/7 emergency service on Highway 69. Your community, your hospital. We want to thank our Prescott football sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you tonight's game. Also, tonight's game, or I should say you're listening to Badger football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where our time is 8:55.
So, John, the Blue Jays did beat the Mariners 8-2. That ties that American League Championship Series up 2 games apiece. It's a series so far where the visiting teams have won all the games.
Yep, so much for home field advantage. By the way, we also got a final in the NFL. Cincinnati defeating Pittsburgh 33-31.
Some scoring going on in that game.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Badgers have it 3rd and goal from the 1. Puglisi from the gun. He's got Chambo behind him. Chamberlain has the ball, and Chamberlain gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Flagstaff, I'll tell you what, they're getting some really good reads there against Jacob Chamberlain. And again, it's Jason Laughing and Garrett DeGraff in on the, actually, correction, that was number 70 for Flagstaff, who, actually, we don't even have him on our roster.
Lost about 3 yards. It's 4th and goal, ball sitting on the 4. And the Badgers going to attempt a field goal here.
And Chamberlain actually coming up limping just a tad. Chamberlain definitely banged up, but he's given a Warriors effort out there tonight. Costas for the field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. So 4:56 left to go. Badgers don't get in the end zone, but Costas gives them 3 more points. And it's 30-13, Prescott over Flagstaff. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Prescott football. We'll be back after this.
This is Steve Sishka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Trust is a word that is rarely applied to certain areas of our society, nationally and locally. I'm sure you know what I mean. However, trust is what people do have when they vote a business the best of. Olson's has been voted the best of by the readers of not 1, but 2 trusted media sources, the Daily Courier and Prescott Living in 2024. Both were for the best pet supply. There's a reason why our motto is good enough just isn't. We don't take you for granted. We're proud to constantly earn your business.
Welcome back to Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust Kelly Court is with you. Badgers extend their lead 30-13.
By the way, that was a 21-yard field goal.
Costas kicking this one away for Prescott. Here comes the return, and it's Zeke Jim with it. And Jim gets stopped right around the 18-yard line.
Anytime the kickoff, we've got some blows going on there.
Yeah, here come the flags. Yeah, we got some pushing and shoving. We got a lot more pushing and shoving here. And some of the flag coaches coming out on the field trying to break things up. So, man, oh, man, we've got some emotions overflowing here for both teams. And a whole bunch of flags came flying in.
I'm thinking that this is going to be a personal foul on both teams, which is really going to be offsetting. But I was going to say, anytime the kickoff team can keep the return team inside the 20-yard line, they've done their great job.
Mm-hmm. So the officials talking things over here is, after Jim was brought down on that kick return, next thing you know, we got a lot of gnashing of teeth. We got some pushing and shoving. We probably had a few, shall we say, colorful metaphors being thrown between each side.
Yeah, it's reminds me of over the years the Flagstaff Prescott rivalry.
Well, that was a big rivalry when you were playing here, Kelly.
I was probably only about 10 or 11 years old. And of course, the games were played down at City Park, which is Lindley Field today. And Flagstaff had a great running back by the name of James Dugan. And he came around right in. They were down in their own territory. He came around right in, and he was all alone. I mean, he was a speedster. He would later go on and play at Ohio State, James Dugan, a great high school athlete. And we had one of the Badgers on the bench named Bob Fortner that came off the bench and nailed him.
Oh, man.
Of course, they awarded Flagstaff the touchdown, and they penalized Prescott 15 yards on the kickoff. So, but I will always remember that.
Well, yep, as you called it, Kelly, personal fouls against both teams, offsetting. And, well, let's hope things are a little more calmed down here. We got 4:51 to go. And, I've seen a trend this year, Kelly. There have been a few football games around the country where you get incidents like this or even worse, and instead of just calling the penalties and playing on, they actually stop and end the game right there and then. Sometimes it's even been in the third quarter.
Yeah. So the Eagles actually have the ball at the 21, their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10.
Custer hurls that ball and overthrows his intended receiver by a whole bunch. That ball was intended for Will Carpenter. Marco Campuzano doing a good job keeping up with him. But again, ball lands far away from both of them.
Going to bring up 2nd down again from the 21, 2nd and 10.
Flagstaff trailing 30-13. Custer dropping back. Throws that one to the near side. And no dice there as Carpenter dives for the ball.
Same two guys contesting for the pass. Carpenter, the Flagstaff receiver, and number 5, Campuzano, the Badger defender. Going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Well, the window of opportunity really starting to close here for Flagstaff. Even though that last drive of Prescott, even though it resulted in a field goal, ate up a lot of time. Another throw, leaping catch made by Carpenter. He slips by a tackle. He's at the 40-yard line and then dragged down by number 42, Caleb Fox.
Instead of going right down the side of the field, what Carpenter did is he broke into the middle of the field, and it was really a good pass thrown by Broden Custer, the Flagstaff quarterback, and the ball was advanced all the way into Badger territory at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles.
And now we're going to have Cleary and Kashuda out to the far side for Flagstaff. Custer from the gun. He steps back, throws, and it's caught and then dropped by Zeke Jim.
Again, the Badgers leaving the flats open from the line of scrimmage down to about 6-7 yards, and number 0 Zeke Jim was open. He just it almost looked like he was going to try to run with the ball before he actually had it.
Well, cardinal mistake there. Two receivers out to the far side for the Eagles. Kashuta now in motion. Custer drops back, throws. Kashuta makes the catch, and Kashuta thrown to the ground after he caught that one. And Gunnar Parra with the tackle on that one.
Going to pick up about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. The ball sitting at the Badger 37-yard line.
Clock winding down, 3:35 left to go in regulation with the Badgers on top 30-13. Trips out to the near side for flag. Aiden Garcia standing next to Custer. Custer dropping back. Good protection. Throws down the middle. Ball was almost picked off by Noble Ortega. Instead falls to the ground. And now.
Good defense by the Badger secondary.
This is going to bring up 4th down now for Flagstaff. And, well, obviously at this point, Kelly got to go for it. .312 remaining in regulation. Badgers on top 30-13. And now we got whistles blowing on the play. Timeout going to be called by the Badgers. By the way, folks, we're going to have more Major League Baseball for you tomorrow on the team 1450 AM KNOT.
The question is, will the Dodgers close out the Brewers tomorrow?
Yeah. And, okay, so I believe tomorrow's game is 2:30. I believe that's going to be the American League Championship Series at 2:30. So that'll be the Mariners and the Blue Jays. Then right after that, it'll be the Dodgers and the Brewers.
Okay, we've got 4th down, 4th and 8 at the Badger 37.
Custer dropping back, looking, throwing, short pass, and it's caught by number 22, Jace Adams, but shy of a 1st down, and the Badgers will get the ball back.
Yeah, I only picked up about 2 yards.
Turnover on downs. The Badgers will take over.
Tried to throw the ball out into the flat to number 22, Jace Adams, and the Badger secondary was right there.
And I imagine the Badgers going to keep it on the ground here with 3:05 left to go in regulation and holding a 30-13 lead. Prescott will try to take as much time off the clock here as they can. At least that's what I'm guessing. Phillips in motion. And they give the ball to Jacob Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets just past the line of scrimmage, gain of 1.
Going to be 2nd down and 9. The question is, I think Flagstaff's got all their timeouts left.
I believe you're right.
So it'll be the question is Flagstaff going to use their timeouts? 2nd down and 9 for the Badgers at their own 36.
Yeah, and Badgers taking their own sweet time here to get the playoff. 2:30 left to go in regulation. Chamberlain now going out as a receiver for the Badgers. Now Chamberlain in motion. And that's Nick Phillips who took the ball there. And Phillips, he's going to get past the 40-yard line. Gain of about 3 or 4 on that play by Nick Phillips, who has 2 touchdown catches tonight for Prescott.
Nick Phillips lining up as the quarterback in the shotgun formation. He did pick up about 3-4 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
And the clock keeps ticking down. $1:50 left to go in regulation.
And they're not going to, doesn't look like the Eagles are going to use any of their timeouts, John.
Again, Phillips going up the middle, and Phillips gets hauled down by the flag defense. I don't even know if he gained anything there.
Flagstaff is going to call a timeout here. He did not gain anything. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 5 at the Badger 41.
1:31 to go in regulation. Prescott on top 30-13. And remember, folks, as nice as it was to be home, we're back on the road next week, and we will be playing on Friday, and it'll be Friday night. Prescott will be down at Yonkers, so game time 7 p.m., and our pregame show will start at 6:45 p.m. So not a Thursday game next week and not a Friday afternoon game next week. It'll be a regular 7 p.m. Friday start time for the Badgers.
And Mike, it is a non-region game, but I think it's an important game if the Badgers want to try to take a stab at getting a playoff spot. Badgers, by the way, are in punt formation here as this play's about ready to get going here.
Whitwell arcs that one at 30-yard line. Picked up by Flag, and run out of bounds is the return man. That's number 16, Landon Freshour.
So the Eagles are going to start 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
1:21 left to go in regulation.
Whitwell, the Prescott punter, did a good job in angling that out, punt over to the sideline.
So again, Flag starting at their own 36. Custer takes the high snap, pumps. Now he's going to scramble, gets around a couple of tackles, and then gets taken down at the 44-yard line. Now we get flags on the play as someone lost a helmet there, Kelly.
It is the Flagstaff quarterback, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And there is a flag that went down. You wonder if there's a face mask of penalty here. Let's see what the official tells us. It is a face mask. That's probably why his helmet came off. So the Badgers are going to be penalized 15 yards from the end of that run. And it's going to take the ball all the way into Badger territory, where the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1:12 left to go in regulation. Custer from the gun. Oh, man, what now?
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the left guard for the Eagles. Started a little bit too quick. 5-yard penalty. That puts the ball back at the Badger 46-yard line, where it's 1st and 15. Now the head coach of the Eagles is conferring with the head referee, and we're talking about the head coach, Mickey Clements.
Clements in his 3rd season at the helm of the Eagles, who was actually an assistant coach for them before assuming the head coach's role. Custer. Oh, and the ball dropped, picked up by Prescott.
That ball was a lateral. And the Badgers recovered. That ball was not a forward pass. I think it was number 22 that lined up as the quarterback in the shotgun formation, Jace Adams, and he threw it out into the flat, and it was definitely a lateral. and now the Badgers take over at the Flagstaff 40-yard line. That's like a turnover again.
Yeah. Noble Ortega was the one who picked up the ball for Prescott.
And I'm sure the Badgers will just run out the clock here.
Exactly. Just 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go here in regulation. Yep. Puglisi going to take a knee. And the Badgers will pull a heart here. They will even it up when it comes to their record. They will go to 4-4 on the season. Flagstaff, meanwhile, they will fall to 1-7. And the Badgers will now look ahead to their game next week down at Yonker.
I do think the Eagles looked better than I thought they would tonight.
I would totally agree with that, Kelly. I think the Eagles gave the Badgers a pretty good show here tonight. In fact, they got pretty close to them. Eagles were within striking distance here in the second half, but the Badgers able to pull away. And now the handshake. Now the clock hasn't even hit zero yet, but the handshake line already forming. Right now it's all over but the shouting here as the Badgers will pick up the 30-13 win over Flagstaff. So we will take our final break here on our broadcast of Badger football. And we'll come back to wrap things up here at Bill Shepherd Field right after this commercial break.
It's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
30-13 is our final score here at Bill Shepherd Field. The Badgers getting the win over the Eagles. Prescott now 4-4 on the season, getting ready for next week. And Kelly, I said it at the beginning of the show, Prescott just needed to play consistently through all four quarters. I think we saw that tonight.
Yeah, we did. And again, like we were saying, we knew that Flagstaff was coming into this game with a depleted roster. And, when you think about it, they had a sophomore quarterback going. Of course, Prescott half the time had a sophomore quarterback going in James Heffron. And then the Adam Garcia, I don't know how many yards Adam Garcia picked up tonight, but he almost matched his the total yardage that he had for the year coming into the game, just in this game.
Yeah. Well, next week we hit the road again. We're heading down to Yonker. Yonker, of course, ranked number 14 in the PowerPoint rankings. And we will be down there next Friday. Yes, we are back to next Friday for football, folks. 7 p.m. kickoff, 6:45 start for the pregame show. So that'll do it for our game here. Thursday night football ends in a Badger victory, 30-13 over Flagstaff. For Scott Harker, back at the KYCA studios, for Andrew Zinzaletta and Jason Zinzaletta, for my partner Kelly Cordes, I'm John Rust saying, have yourselves a good night.